John O'Groats might well be one of the most iconic places in the UK, the start or the finishing point for the longest journey you can make between 2 points in mainland Britain. John O'Groats to Land's End, one of the most iconic journeys that thousands of people make every year. But if there is one thing that might just be a little more iconic than the journey itself, it's this: the Raleigh Chopper. The most iconic bike, perhaps, to have ever been made. Nearly everyone has a memory of this bike, from young to old. Everyone seems to have a memory, a story of how this bike impacted them in one way or another. Maybe you had one as a kid, maybe your friends did, or maybe you just remember seeing one and desperately wanting one. My memories of this bike are just that, stories and memories from others. But here I am at the famous John O'Groats sign, ready to make my very own memories with this little iconic bike. I will try to cycle all 6'6" of me the length of the UK. To achieve this though, I will need to pedal this bike over 950 miles. So it's time to get comfy on my new bike and begin making my own memories on my very own Raleigh Chopper.
It just had to be, didn't it? The Raleigh Chopper, the classic bike that I know so many people that watch this channel probably had growing up and also really wanted to see me take it across the UK. So of course I had to do it. So lucky I found this Raleigh Chopper. It's not the original one, unfortunately. It's not like the earliest models. They were way too expensive. It doesn't have the gearbox, unfortunately. It is like the re-release one, but it's still a good 20 plus years old. And I think it's gonna be an epic adventure across the UK on this. Hopefully it goes well. I have no idea what to expect. This is pretty much the first time I've ridden it as well. All 6'6" of me. Trying to pedal this old school classic bike all the way across the UK. Over 950 miles to do that. And I'm super looking forward to this trip. And hopefully it all goes well. And hopefully this adventure will just turn into an epic adventure of memories and everything that comes with them memories. Today though, right now, leaving John O'Groats, the sun is starting to rise behind me, and we've got to take this Raleigh Chopper, this 20-year-old bike, on its first test in around 20 miles, as we are heading through the endless, beautiful flow country. It's going to be the Raleigh Chopper's first chance to show what its gravel capabilities are like. Oh, this is going to be a good trip. I'm so looking forward to this. Let's go! Oh, morning.
Like with so many adventures, the unknown is what drives the desire to go on them, to find the unexpected experiences along the way. When Raleigh first set out to create this bike, they did not know what it would become. They couldn't have known just how iconic it would become or how many childhood memories it would create for generations of people. And now, all these years later, I'm taking one of these bikes into my own unknown.
Woo! 30 miles done. It's always a little bit further than I always think it is. 30 miles, about to head off road now into the flow country. And finally, we will get to see what this classic bike can do when it gets onto some gravel. It should be a lot of fun. As I'm heading across the flow country and then back towards the A9, towards like Golspie and that area. I do actually have mostly a kind of tailwind. It's kind of coming from over there across me at the moment, so it's kind of not a full tailwind at the moment, and I have to keep going into it a bit every now and again, but it is gonna, once I get through the flow country, which is very open and exposed, so there might be some kind of tiring headwinds. And because while I can sit down on this bike, as you can see, it's quite cramped. Pedaling while sitting down into headwinds is quite hard, so I typically then have to stand up, which doesn't really make it any easier because then I'm just acting like a big sail. But let's go and enjoy the massive, beautiful flow country.
Ahead of me is hundreds of miles of riding, but first I need to get across the flow country. Covering around 4,000 square kilometres, the flow country is one of the largest areas of blanket bog in the world. The chopper was designed for the streets of Britain, not this vast landscape of almost nothing, but endless gravel tracks. This would be its first test, a 20-inch rear wheel and a tiny 16-inch front wheel, with what I believe to be the original tyres. Traversing this landscape on such a bike was a fun, strange, and certainly a unique experience. What wasn't such a unique experience was just how fast the weather can change out here.
I don't know where the rain came from, but it's raining! Oh, it feels quite nice. I haven't felt rain in so long. How far are we going? I've done 42 miles so far today on this beast of a bike. So much fun to ride. It really is. And it brings so many smiles to people's faces when you ride past them. You get people shouting, "Oh my god, it's a Raleigh Chopper!" Not many people just shout at me right now, but when I was on the way to John O'Groats, that was what was happening. Alright, it's into the rain. Maybe another 10 miles or so until I get to the road, and then I'll have a nice tailwind towards Golspie and that direction, although there is one big climb before I get there. Hopefully I will stay relatively dry, but Scotland, innit? Scotland, innit? The Raleigh Chopper has survived the flow country. That was a lot of fun. I was planning to stop just back there. I have a little bench that I always stop, but there was a bunch of people, and it's still a little bit drizzly at the moment, but it looks like it's nearly past. Always seems to rain when I get to this road. I've broken this route on my Garmin, on the GPS, into 10 parts. It's 950 miles in total. Each one of them sections is about 100 miles, apart from the last one obviously is about 50. So every single section is 100 miles, and so far today I've done about 47 miles, so just over 50 to go of that section. Now, as always, when I do these little challenges across the UK on less optimal bicycles or vehicles of some description, I always try my best to try and get the magic 100-mile day, at least once, just for bragging rights really, but also added a little personal challenge into the mix. Now, because I've set this up, every single section of the day is 100 miles, it's going to be very tempting each day to try and do 100 miles. That might happen some days, it might not happen other days. I don't know how this chopper's going to treat me, I don't know how my body's going to treat me, and I certainly don't know how the weather is going to treat me. There's definitely some rain clouds and stuff rolling in over the next few days. I think most of them are little showers, but then possibly is a bit more of a bigger one coming later. I might have to stand up to get up this hill. Oh, I've got a little bit of a climb up this nice road as I am pedaling up it. Very tiring. I could absolutely do that 100 miles. Only 20 past 11 and there's so much hours of daylight. Normally when I do these trips it's like before or after season, so it's like I normally have shorter days or longer nights and all that. But right now it's like light at 5, it's dark at 10, even later. So I could definitely do this 100 miles today. It wouldn't even really be much of a problem because the next 50 miles aren't really that challenging. But saying that, obviously I've got to think about camping. Now, the Raleigh Chopper isn't the most practical to carry lots of things. It does have more carrying capacity than the BMX, granted, but and it does have a cool little rack. You can see it back there. It's a 20-year-old bike. It's got the original tyres. I believe they're the original tyres. They're in pretty good nick, but yeah, tyres have come a long way in 20 years, so I didn't really want to add loads of weight, so I am packed very light. Bivvy and a sleeping bag, which, I mean, this time of year in Scotland with midges could be a nightmare. Although, as I'm more coastal, I think I should be mostly good. I think I got sidetracked on what I was saying then. I am planning to get at least past Golspie to Lockfleet. There's a lovely little bird hide there. I've camped there before and I'll probably camp there tonight, but it means I won't make that 100 miles today, which is a little bit annoying, but I don't know. We'll see, because it might not take that long to get there, and then it'll just be like stupid to sit around for hours and hours, but we'll see. But I think in a few miles, once I descend and just before I start climbing, I think I'll stop and have a proper bite to eat. I haven't really eaten yet this morning. Actually, I haven't eaten. I didn't even eat the breakfast. No, I didn't eat breakfast, so I've done 48 miles on some gummy sweets and some ginger shot thing. Not bad. Don't worry, I'm not getting the train. I just stopped for some lunch. Quick bite to eat before heading up and over these big hills over there. I'll go up and around and then down a really fun descent. 66 miles and there's like 35 miles left. It's just I've been flying. This little machine is more efficient than you might think. You know what, this bike is like it's like a piece of history as well. Maybe not this exact model, but like the original. Anyone and everyone you meet has some kind of memory of this bike. Even me, and I was born way after this bike was released, and I don't even know why I know of it and how I know of it, but I do. And literally anyone else you meet will always have like a story, like whether it was their bike or it was their friend's bike and they used to ride on the back of it. So leave your stories below of your memories of a Raleigh Chopper. It does have a few little quirks, and one of them is, so it's got a 3-speed Sturmey Archer rear hub on there, but I couldn't get all 3 gears to work. So I only have gear 1 and 2. So I've got the easiest gear and then a slightly harder one. I do not have the hardest gear. To be honest, I don't mind that, I can live with that. Also, another kind of quirk, I guess, on the original Raleigh Choppers, this was all one piece. Like this was just like, I think they called it like the banana seat or something. This was all one piece, right? Now, for whatever reason, when they re-released it, probably to save money, they just made a very big saddle with this bit here as well. But because I'm so tall, I have to sit as far back on this as possible. My arse is like here. So this one might not be so great on my ass. But apart from that, it's all good. Right, had a bite to eat. I need to filter some water. I'm gonna head uphill and I'll grab some. I know there's some up there. I'm looking forward to getting at the top. Solid day so far. And the thing is, it's only 1 o'clock and I've done 65 miles, 66 miles. What's going on? Leave me alone. All right, uphill we go. Hill is a bit of a steep one. I'm pretty sure I will probably have a bit of hiker bike.
After filtering some fresh Scottish water, it would be time to head uphill, and while I did have the easiest gearing on this bike, this 3-speed Sturmey Archer, it certainly did not have the gear ratio to be getting up some of these climbs. Not without some good old hiker bike. But it was so cool to see this little bike up in the Scottish mountains and about to take on its first real Scottish descent back down towards the coast. Look at that. Right, I've just got to goal speed. That means I've done 86 miles, so like 15 more to get to that 100-mile mark. Now, whether I'm going to do that or not remains to be seen, because where I am is maybe like 5 miles away from this like really nice bird hide where I've camped in many a times. And it's a really good little spot. And it does look like it's gonna be a bit rainy tonight. So I think I'm probably just gonna go there. But for now, I'm thinking of just chilling here for a little while, drinking some iron brew, eating some meal deals and some carrots and some hummus and all sorts of goodies, and just enjoying sitting down for a little while. So close to 100 miles. I could easily do 100 miles. It's currently it's 4:30, so I've got a long wait if I'm gonna stay. Oh, maybe I won't wait. I don't know. If I don't wait, I've got to get all the way to a place just past Old Ness. Then I know there's another camp spot. What to do, what to do.
Good morning. Good morning. That was a great little sleep in that little bird hide. I always sleep really well in there. It's really dark, it's really quiet. It was a good choice as well because it did rain quite a bit in the night, just like random heavy showers. So it was a good little spot. Trails are nice and a bit damp today, but at least it's not currently raining. I think today, as I head south, through Inverness and towards the Cairngorms and hopefully down to at least Aviemore, or a little bit further than Aviemore today, I might get hit by a few showers, but most of the showers sort of heading up to where I am now, so I might have to go through a few, but hopefully I'll be sort of leaving them behind. But I slept really well. I was in the land of dreams last night, some crazy ass dreams. Wondering though, will today be the day I can hit that 100-mile mark on the Raleigh Chopper? I feel like today could be, because once I'm past Inverness, once I get towards the Cairngorms bit, and it's a bit of a long drag, but then I'm on the cycleway that follows the A9, and after a certain point that's just lovely downhill for ages. So if I get to there, it should be pretty quick going. But now we're going to head around Lockfleet and down towards Inverness. It's about 5:30 in the morning. Let's go.
A new day and my second day on the chopper would bring the signs to Inverness into sight. I'd now be making my way around the silent, still Lockfleet this morning. I was the only one around here, as I had left my bird hide nice and early. So early, nothing was open when I reached the first little town. A few miles past this little town though, I'd be loading the second 100-mile section onto my GPS. That meant just 850 miles left to go.
So I've just got to Tame. But obviously, I'm so early, it's not quite little breakfast time yet because it's not open. But I'm going to wait around, it's 20 minutes until it opens. And then I'll crack on towards Inverness. I think from here it's quite, there's one little climb and then it's kind of mostly downhill. There's some really nice flowing descents. Got 93 miles left of this one to do. I've done just under 20 miles and 17 miles this morning. So just ready for a bit of breakfast, but I will have to wait around a little bit. Look at that bad boy. Doing well. Keep on going strong, please.
After getting some breakfast inside me, it would be back to trying to get comfortable on my chopper and head into the country lanes towards Alness. It was getting a little warm for the jacket today, but I did feel I was really tempting fate by removing it, especially with the looming grey clouds in the distance.
I've probably got another 15 miles to get to Inverness, heading towards Dingwall now. But yeah, it's all pretty flat and just nice and easy, so it's all good. You can see all the rain over there. I am actually going to be going over there though. And this rain cloud is kind of meant to stop about where it is. So I think I might get a little wet in a few miles, but hopefully I will be turning out of it. "5 miles, then I turn left. And I should be out of this, out of the headwind, out of the rain." Oh, a little stretch. Oh, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. How do I tuck up on a chopper? "11 miles to Inverness." Lovely.
With Inverness now in my sights, and by the looks of it, I was now heading away from them big grey rain clouds. I just got back into the rhythm of pedalling this mighty small bike towards the largest city in the Scottish Highlands. That rain somehow did manage to catch me back up though, but you know what? This bike was just putting a smile on my face. Nothing was going to ruin my day, while I got to blast past all the traffic on this little iconic Raleigh Chopper.
It's bloody windy up here today. Coming over into Inverness now though. Whew. I've done just over 50 miles, so I'm definitely going for that 100 today. I was aiming for Aviemore, which is in about 30, so I've definitely got to go a bit further than that. I normally have a camp spot just after Aviemore, bloody hell. But I'm going to have to go further than that to get the 100. I have a rough idea of another place, and it would be really, it'd be a bit of a bench stop, but it's a really nice little lake. And this time of year, I would normally be a bit against going there because the midge will probably be there, but if it's this windy, that's the best midge repellent ever. So we'll see, but I'll also have to hope it's at least on the 100-mile mark. Got a big climb out of Inverness now. If I don't get blown away. Oh my God.
Getting out of Inverness is always a bit of a slog, and on the chopper, it was certainly no different. The wind was howling right into my face, but from here I decided to really test what the chopper was capable of. So I made my way to some off-road trails, which did cause a few luggage issues, but apart from that, whatever I threw at it, it just kept on going, taking it all in its tracks, putting smiles on people's faces, and putting a big smile on mine, and scaring me a little bit from time to time.
Little stream crossing. Let's keep them toes dry if we can. And while I'm here, I think I will get some water. Wow, at that high point, and I've done 74 miles so far today. It's currently 4 p.m. I don't know where the afternoon has gone. It's just flown by. But I've got a lovely, lovely descent now. And I always have a little bit of fun on this road as I'm descending. Hopefully, I can play with some lorries if there is any. See if we can get the old lorries to give us a little toot. I'm 2 for 2 so far on this trip at getting a lorry to give us a toot, but there isn't any around at the moment. Hopefully we can get one. But today it's been good, but it's definitely been way harder than yesterday. Way harder. The terrain's been easier really. It's probably been less hilly, I would say, but the headwinds, the gusts have been relentless. But I'm glad I'm on this lovely descent now. It's nice and gradual. There's a train there. Choo-choo! And hopefully we can play with some lorries. I literally haven't seen a lorry. Whoa. All right, let's go and see if we can get some toots. Still yet, no lorry has gone past me on this road. That's crazy. Where are you all? Oh, there's one. You can't see me though. Literally no lorries. No lorries. There's a lorry. There's a lorry. Come on. Come on, please see me. Give us a toot, mate. Give us a toot. Hey! 3 for 3! Yes! Oh, stretch the legs. Whoa, lovely. Lovely. Woo! Na na na. Na na na. Na 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 na. Just had a bite to eat at Aviemore. I arrived just as the rain was starting, but it has sort of passed again. Just lots of passing showers at the moment. I'm coming up to that 90-mile mark. I'm just under, about 89 at the moment. And where I'm thinking of camping tonight, from what I can tell on the map, is about 10 miles from here, which is really annoying because I really want to hit 100 miles and I might just be like a mile or two short. So I might just have to like ride around in circles just to hit 100 miles. You know, maybe I'll be lucky and it'll be a couple more miles further. I don't know if I've ever wanted something to be a bit further away when cycling, but I kind of do today. Been another solid day though, and hopefully we're going to hit that 100 miles. And hopefully I'm going to get my nice little camp spot. It's going to be a bench tonight if it seems good. This wind though, absolute brutal. I'm hoping tomorrow as I head around the Cairngorms, it will sort of be a tailwind at some point. That's the dream. But right now, no such thing. I'm gonna go and find my bed for the night. Do 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 do. Not quite the 197, and guess what? This was the bench I wanted to sleep on. It's like fallen over and it's broken. That's so annoying. I think I'm still gonna like try and sleep here somewhere. Maybe just like down there. This is like a lovely little lake. Should be really nice. That is quite annoying though. Typical. All right, I'm gonna sleep down there, I reckon, have some food, and as always, I'll see bright and early in the morning. Again, not quite 100 miles, but we can try again tomorrow, I guess. So nice. But it's time to go. Good morning and good morning. Day 3 of attempting to cross the UK on a Raleigh Chopper. That little camp spot back there was really good. I was a bit worried that it was going to be a bit midge heavy, but luckily this wind has been going like over all night. So most of the night it was midge free. There was a few around, but nothing crazy. Normally, like if there was no wind here, this would have been horrible. But because there was that lovely breeze, I just got to like enjoy the lake, just lay there and just slept really well. It's about 5:30 at the moment, and today I've got about 12 miles of this second 100 miles, and then we'll be going on to the next one. Today, if I manage to do 100 miles from here, that will actually leave me at Loch 11, which would be good because there's good camping spots there. I even think there's a bird hide there. I'm not sure if it's open all night. I think it possibly is. I can't remember if I've ever slept in it. But we are also going up to like the highest point today. It is just around the side of like the Cairngorms, along the cycle lanes, so it's not really technical or anything. And then we've got a lovely long descent. But looks like the wind is going to be affecting me again today. It's day 3. Let's see what it has in store for us. Let's go. Oh, that was the legs. Legs are feeling good. Definitely in the wrong gear.
Leaving early this morning, there was just the wind passing over as I made my way through the Cairngorms forest tracks. That wind had done a good job of keeping the midge away last night, but today was looking like it was going to be another day of battling into the wind. The Chopper was not the most optimised bike for dealing with this, I will say that much. I arrived in Kingussie a little too early for anything to be open, so it was a couple miles down the road to Newton Moor that I would tuck into my breakfast meal deal to get ready for the day.
I think I'm definitely going to need that dirty Monster energy this morning, because the next 15-20 miles are just like all uphill. Now the good thing is with Scottish hills is they're not really steep. They obviously just go on for a lot longer, but it does mean like the next 15-20 miles I'm pretty much going to be standing the whole way, because I just cannot get the power down sat down on this bike. So right when it's flat, but as soon as it's a little bit uphill, it's just like, ugh. I can definitely feel it in my legs a bit today. They're a little bit tired, but I will say my arse is still in pretty good shape, but it is only day 3 and there's a long way to go. Oh, there's a sign with distances. Let's have a look, shall we? What? I don't know any of them. Yes, Pitlockery, we're going there. Oh, Perth, yeah, we're going there too. 66 miles to Perth. As long as we get past there today, we should be good. Again, I'm kind of outrunning the rain today. It's coming from behind me, but I don't think it's going down quite as far as Perth. So if I can get to Perth, we should stay dry. And hopefully onwards to Loch Leven. Oh, right, let's see how fast this thing can go. Look, 16, 15, come on, faster. Yeah, 16, 17. Yes.
At least for now, as I slowly started to climb this long old hill around the side of the Cairngorms, it would be mostly sheltered from the wind. It was about the time where I left that shelter that it was time to load the 3rd section onto the GPS, meaning I had now covered 200 miles on this little epic chopper. And apart from the constant battering from the wind, me and my chopper had no complaints. Well, not many.
Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. This isn't a headwind, it's a tailwind, Josh. It's just that you're on a very small bicycle. That's why it's tough. It's not the wind. Oh no way, it could be both. I'm sure once we get to the top of this hill, the wind will change and it'll be lovely downhill with a lovely tailwind, and we'll go 100 miles an hour on the choppity chopper, and it'll be all beautiful and sailing all the way to Pasty Land. Wishful thinking, wishful thinking. Positive thoughts, positive thoughts. Nice mountains. Yay! 4 for 4 and a train. Woo! Nah. So windy, it's not, I'm not going very far. My positive thoughts actually work, because I swear I do not have a headwind right now, and I'm of course going downhill. This is beautiful. Whee!
It really did work. I had a tailwind all the way down to Blair Athol. Apparently Aviemore was 52 miles away from here, but I had definitely only done 44, so something was not right here. But as I sat here to eat some food, I bumped into some awesome people doing something awesome. This is Pedaling with Purpose, and this is Chloe, who has just done an epic, so go and give her some support, link in the description.
Chloe Marriage, what have you just done?
I've just achieved a massive achievement. I've just cycled from London to New York.
And how do you feel? Sorry, how do you feel?
Tired? No. I feel excited for the party in town for the thing, and now for the airport tomorrow. Bye!
You too. See you later. You know, I have been pleasantly surprised with how many hills I've actually been able to get up on this chopper. I think I've still got some good fitness in the legs, good climbing fitness in the legs from cycling to Bosnia and everything, but I have managed to pretty much get up most things. There's the odd climb, like this one though, that I'm not gonna pedal up. I probably could grind my way, but I'd rather just save the knees. I am now heading towards Dunkeld, and then it'll be on towards Perth. I've done just over 55 miles, so making very good progress. If I can carry on this pace, I should be able to get to Loch Leven, and then tomorrow we'll be crossing that bridge by Edinburgh and into the lowlands. But from now, once I get to the top of this climb, it's a little less demanding, hopefully a little bit more sheltered as well from the wind, because that wind earlier coming up around the Cairngorms was brutal. It was just like a funnel, absolutely crazy.
Wind funnel continued and continued, having to make my way through roadworks to make everything that little bit more slower as well. But arriving in Dunkeld, the day had been a tough one, so I demolished a box of tea cakes before cracking on towards Perth, getting a little tow along the way. I needed all the help I could get.
Get a bit of drafting. It's 3:30 already, done 73 miles, I'm probably like 10 miles to Perth, so yeah, not bad. And then we're on our way over to Loch Leven. Hopefully I can get there today for either a night in a bird hide or possibly just a lovely night looking over the water. But we'll see. It is dusty out here today, so it might be better to actually be in a bird hide, but I don't know. When I set off this morning, my legs did feel quite tired, a bit like stiff, a bit full of the old lactic acid. But generally now I'm actually feeling all right, really. My arse is hurting a little bit. It's not like the most comfortable saddle backrest setup I could ever ask for. 73 miles done and just under 30 to go to crack that 100. Please be 100 by the time we get to Loch Leven. I just want that 100 mile. I want that claim to fame, 100 miles on a Raleigh Chopper. This bike, everyone just stops and talks about their memories of it. It's so cool. Even drivers like, is that a Raleigh Chopper? And then other people are like, I had one of them. I can't think of a bike that is so like universally loved, honestly. One that is like everybody knows. Everyone knows it. Even if you didn't have one. I never had one. I've got one now though. Right, on to Perth we go. This wind today is absolutely brutal. No way. No way. Positive thoughts. Go. Power. I think that's enough. To the broken bridge at least then. Yeah, broken bridge. To the broken bridge. "91 miles, 94, very close now though, 97 and a half, "100! Finally hit the 100. 100 miles on a Raleigh Chopper. Completed. 100.2. Yes. Lovely. So in the end, just over 100 miles. It is literally 100 miles, just to the dot pretty much. Only really went over because I've just come to this bird hide, which I'm hoping I'm going to be able to sleep in tonight. It's a little bit showery around here still. Nothing too crazy, but it should be a good little spot out of the wind. It's really, really windy. Today has been absolutely brutal. Coming up that climb earlier was ridiculous. But I'm glad today is over, and I'm glad I got that 100 miles out of the way. It's out of my system now, it's completed, it's done. I do feel very, very tired. I'm gonna have some food, got some strawberries, some other bits and bobs, and just gonna enjoy some overnight bird watching, I think, today.
Oh, I love these little places. I love a good bird hide. Should stop letting all the midge in though. Another day. Oh. All right, good morning. Good morning. Today it's looking like I will not be escaping the rain, at least until around like 3 p.m. I don't think it's going to be too heavy rain, but it does look like it's going to be a bit of a wet one, and I'm heading ever closer and more into all the rain as the day progresses. It was a really good night's sleep in there. It was really windy, I could hear it outside there. But yeah, I managed to sleep really well. So that's good. And now, today, got about 15 miles of this third section of the 100 miles and then on to the next one. Today though, like up to this point, I've always had a kind of rough idea of where I wanted to camp or where I wanted to aim for. Today, I do not have that, because from here I'm heading obviously over to the bridge, and then I'm kind of heading towards that really long road that takes you down, which you then follow all the way to the England-Scotland border. But along there it's like really hard to find anywhere to camp. So I have no idea where I want to aim for today, because if I get onto that road, it's just like, it's right by like the motorway and stuff, so it's very loud and there's not really anywhere to camp. But we'll just sort of see how today turns out. I'm not going to make any plans to, I'm going to get to here or there. I'm just going to cruise a bit. I've got that 100-mile out of my system, so I'm happy. It does look like it's also going to be pretty headwindy again today. But from tomorrow, it's starting to look a bit better in the wind front. At least for one day, the wind is going to kind of shift direction.
Today would be the day I would be leaving the Highlands for the Lowlands. A Sunday morning meant it was extra quiet on the roads. Not so quiet on the weather front though. It wouldn't be long before I would find myself being treated to some Scottish drizzle on my way to the Forth Bridge.
Well, crossed the bridge, had some breakfast, and now I'm heading, I guess, southwest towards the England border. In about 40 miles, I will sort of will have crossed west to get the really endless road that you just follow the motorway all the way down to the England-Scotland border to Gretna. But it's a bit, I don't really want to end up on that road tonight. And I feel like it's just what's going to happen, isn't it? It's just a bit low on energy this morning, so had some strawberries, had some pasta, get the carbs in. And, we'll see. Although I might get my Burger King stop in today if I get that far down that really long endless road. My legs today are absolutely dead. This endless hill is not helping either, and the wind is not doing me any favors again today. I probably got another 6-7 miles of uphill to go, and then we get a bit of respite. However, I don't know if you can see all that in the distance. It's where I'm heading, and it's all very misty and cloudy and rainy. So far this morning though, I've managed to miss most of the rain, so that's good. It doesn't look like that's gonna last. I've done 34 miles so far today, and there's, on this fourth section of the hundreds, got 82 left to go. Oh man. Okay. The legs are dead today.
It was looking like today would be the day where everything would start to turn against me. The day of challenge. There is always at least one on every adventure, and it was today, it would seem. It was going to be a grueling day of hills, wind and rain. I just have to sit tight on my chopper and just remember it will pass eventually.
Oh, small wheel. Don't get caught in the ruts. It's still raining. I think I've got a couple of hours left of rain. Probably maybe 10 miles, maybe not even 10 miles to that long road that I'll be following all the way down to the border. But I was kind of hoping that it would have stopped by now, because I'm just coming past or through the Falls of Clyde, which would have been lovely to just eat my lunch here, but I've just basically ate it under a shop little doorway just so it was a little bit dry. It is quite wooded and stuff around here, so there's a little bit of shelter from the wind and the rain. But, I'm hoping to just chill here for a bit, but I think I've got 2 more hours of rain and it should have hopefully passed me by, and then I can start drying out. It's been one slog of a day. I think when everything's grey and it's a bit more built up, it just feels like everything just takes so much longer. I can't do this one-handed. Let's go and have a look at the Falls of Clyde, shall we?
After leaving the majestic Falls of Clyde behind, for a brief minute I thought I had finally come out the other side. No rain, I even felt the heat of the sun through the clouds. That lasted all of about 5 minutes though, because as soon as I got to that endlessly long road, me and my chopper were back to the endless showers. It just felt like the rain clouds were following me all day long. And it was starting to get to me now.
It's still raining. Kind of hoped by now I would have escaped it, but I keep catching it up. This chopper's just too damn quick. Keep catching the rain cloud that is technically going straight ahead of me. And when I get to the downhills, this thing just flies. I think I'm coming up to the service station that I normally stop off at, so I think I'm going to do that. Hopefully this rain cloud will pass over. It is actually looking like it is starting to clear. I've done nearly 70 miles, so to be honest, I'm quite happy with that. Still got to go find somewhere to sleep tonight, but I am on this long, endless road now, and I only really know one place, possibly two, but they're all quite, quite far away. They're closer to Gretna than they are where I am. I'm gonna have to stand up and get up this climb. Today has just been a bit of a slog. Would you look at that? Blue skies! See, all you need to do sometimes is just stop. Let the rain go ahead. Now, chopper, you got to slow down a bit. We do not want to be catching it up again tonight. We're getting dry now. At 8 miles, this road will start to descend down towards the border. So if I can get this 8 miles done, I'll have a lovely, gradual, nice descent. And I don't know where I'm going to camp tonight, but I think the camp spot I had last time when I scooted it was just before Lockerbie, which I think is like probably another 25 or 30 miles. But if the road is going to be going downhill, it should be doable. But it is already 5:30. Today has just gone so quick. I've just had my head down, hood up, and just kept going. And I've done it just over 70 miles, so pretty happy with that.
Oh, the glorious sunshine. What a feeling after a day of being soggy, finally being able to dry out as I carried on following this long, endless road in search for my bed tonight. There's no better feeling than that sun starting to dry you out after a grueling day.
Wow, I've come to the end of day 4, and I've done an oopsie. I managed to cycle past where I was planning to camp, so I've actually done another 100-mile day on this little bad boy. But I have come off course a little bit. And I think I'm just going to be able to lay my bivvy here. It's going to be really nice actually. Sun is just setting behind me, super nice. Yeah, another 100 miles done. And that means tomorrow, I've got about 20 miles to the border. I'm just before Lockerbie. And then once I have done that 20 miles to the border, if I can do another 50 from there, I should be at the halfway point on day 5. I'm very happy with the progress that's being made so far. This bike is a lot of fun and it just gets so much attention, which is just hilariously funny. Everyone wants to stop, have a chat. Everyone wants to take pictures and it's cool. It's a cool bike. I'll see you on day 5 for when we will be going into England. Good night. Oh. Ah, wow, good morning. This morning was shaping up to be an absolutely beautiful morning. And it is, to be fair, an absolutely stunning morning out here. Blue skies, not a cloud in sight. But I decided to have a little lay-in last night, well, this morning. And so not loads, just an extra hour. Thought I'd catch up on a bit of sleep before heading on into England today. I've woke up, had a flat tyre, fixed the flat tyre, fixed the spare inner tube. I don't know how anyone enjoys having to live with these internally built hubs and stuff, because what a faff to do everything with. So now it is 7:20. I haven't even got onto back onto course, and I've still got about 20 miles to get to the border. Not the most ideal start to the day, but I am feeling quite refreshed. I do need to put a bit of lube on this chain as well, so I'll go do that once I get back on course in a minute. And then on to Gretna, down to Carlisle, Penrith, and hopefully today I'll make it to that halfway point if the bike keeps going strong. Well, not so strong as today, this morning has seen.
It was such a beautiful morning, so it was a little frustrating getting delayed with a random puncture, especially when I was so eager to get me and this chopper into gear this morning, because I was so close to having pedalled this chopper the length of Scotland, a bike so iconic that it had created so many memories around the world, now had cemented an amazing memory for myself. I had now cycled the Raleigh Chopper the length of Scotland, and oh, did it ever feel so bloody good. But there was still a long way to go. I wasn't quite at the halfway mark yet. These little wheels had a lot of distance to cover yet.